Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Game Key podcast. My name is Daniel, aka Winfield. This is Killian, aka Tux. Say hello, Killian.
Hello.
That's Killian.
That's me.
Yeah, and we're going to get into the big game of the releases of this week, next week, some gaming news from this week as well, and our favorite deals. So yeah, stick with us as we jump in. And we're not going to mess around. We're just gonna go for it because that's the kind of people we are. Just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, first up, we have Schedule 1, which came out this week, and yeah, it's a good game from what I can see. Killian was just saying that it's got thousands of players. How many players did he say it has?
Yeah, yesterday the game had 190,000 players simultaneously on Steam. It's a game where you build your drug empire, as you can call it. You manufacture your drugs, distribute them, and sell them. You play it alone or cope with friends, which is much more fun, probably. The game has insanely positive ratings with 98% on Steam with 40,000 reviews. It's pretty good. You still have to fight in the game as well, so it combines many features from other games. And yeah, if you like this kind of games, have some friends, grab them, and produce your drugs.
And that's probably why it's so popular. Everybody fancies themselves in Breaking Bad. But yeah, overwhelmingly positive on Steam. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, that came out for PC on the 24th of March, and yeah, that's one of the hot releases of the week. And if you want to join 190,000 other players, build your drug empire. And next up, we have Grit and Valor, which is a diesel punk real-time tactics roguelike set in alt history in 1949. So in this one, you get to control giant mechs, take on the German war machine, or be the German war machine, I suppose. But yeah, you get to take on the Axis, as it were. And yeah, I kind of like this game. You know, this game reminds me of things like Southern Strike and Men of Valor and things like that. But yeah, diesel punk setting changes it up a little bit. This genre is very popular, let me say this pop. And turn-based tactics are in at the moment as well. Although this is real-time tactics, but it's a bit of both. And the roguelike kind of switches up a little bit, which means more replayability for you. This is out on PC right now. Grit and Valor 1949. And next up is one of Killian's favorite games of the week, which is Atomfall.
Yeah, it is Atomfall. I haven't played it yet because I didn't have much time, but it's out since yesterday. Atomfall plays in northern England after a nuclear disaster, the Windscale disaster in northern England. It's an alternate history, and there is a big zone around the reactor which is contaminated, and there are monsters and bad people, much war, much fighting. It's pretty similar to the Metro games, for example. They took a big inspiration in them. And the game plays in England, and there's tea. You can drink tea in the game. It buffs you, it slows your heart rate, and the heart rate increases slower, so there is tea.
I'm not going to lie, I've got a cup of tea right next to me right now. Because us British, we need the tea. So yeah, I've seen this game compared to Fallout. So it's basically Fallout but greener, is what someone said.
Yeah.
Which might be a good way of putting it. But yeah, cross between Fallout and Metro. And it's done by Rebellion, of course, who did Sniper Elite and Zombie Army. So you can expect decent gunplay as well. And I wanted to play this one. I've still not got it. I might get it this weekend. Now it's fully out. Yeah, Atomfall is out on PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. Let's all drink tea together. A game I have played, the first Berserker Kazan, that came out as well, officially on the 27th of March. You got 3 days early access if you pre-ordered it like I did because I'm a boss. And this for me was just it is a Souls-like, but it's a fast-paced Dark Souls. It's very, very quick. Combat is very smooth, it's fluid. I didn't come across any bugs either. Which is nice. But just like Dark Souls, you roll, you avoid the hit. You don't get out the way. You take a hit. It's all about managing your stamina as well. But this one is much more melee based. So you're up and close and personal with every single enemy. Whereas Dark Souls, you can build a more magical build on Kazan or the first Berserker, you cannot. You just go up there with your axes, your spears, because it does have several weapons. The trailer makes it look like you've only got like dual wielding an axe and a sword, but you do have various weapons that can change up your gameplay. But yeah, set 800 years before the events of the Dungeon Fighter Online universe, and it is graphically, I think the game's stunning. Audio's really nice as well. Like I said, combat is really, really good. It feels nice. Some big, massive bosses in there, and it throws you into it. It doesn't give you a map, doesn't give you any details. It just says, here you go. You find your way. You go left, you go right. It's up to you. And yeah, it was a challenging game, but I do recommend it. And first Berserker Kazan is out on PC, PS5, Xbox Series XS.
The next we have AI Limit. It's a sci-fi action RPG which plays in the post-apocalyptic wasteland. And you play as Orisa, a female protagonist. And you explore the city ruins and you try to find new hope for a new life. And the game comes with tough fights, like Souls-like. You have different weapons, spears, and special attacks, swords. What you can think of, you have there. Yeah, you fight against monsters in an anime-like world. If you like Souls-likes, you will like it as well. So, try it out. It's out on PC and PS5.
And after that, we have Karma the Dark World, which is a first-person cinematic psychological thriller set in a dystopian world where the Leviathan company is omnipresent. These kind of games make you want to think. Well, it doesn't make you want to. It forces you to think, let's be honest. You're thrown into a dystopian world, and it gives you some moral dilemmas and moral choices. And as a employee, you're going to be diving into people's brains, finding out what they're up to, and yeah, basically grassing them up a little bit, and throwing them to the company. Because you play as a roam agent, which is what it's called. So yeah, ask you to open your mind, discover the truth, and yeah, find out what is going on in your local area. Are you going to help the corporation, or are you going to go against it? It's up to you. But yeah, Karma the Dark World is out on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Switch right now.
And then next we have a big release. It's Inzoi, the game many of you have been probably waiting on. It's a new life sim, a game like The Sims, but totally different. The game has much more realistic graphics and much more interaction between the Zois, how the characters in-game are called. You can let them go to work, you can let them have activities with their friends, they can build relationships, you can build your own house, company, everything is possible in the game. You can drive cars, which is a big feature which wasn't in The Sims, for example. Yeah, if you like The Sims, you will love Inzoi. And it's not expensive. It's only 40 euros on Steam. And it's still in early access. But if you look at the last DLC for The Sims, it was 40 euro as well. So the price of the game pretty cheap in comparison to The Sims. And very positive reviews, 87%. Came out today, so be one of the first to play it.
Red Killing's touched on everything there, and it does look fun. I think this is going to be massive, this game, personally. I think everyone's going to play it. Don't miss out.
Yeah, my girlfriend already bought it, so...
Oh, well, there you go. Killing doesn't have a choice. He's going to be watching someone play it.
Yeah.
And that takes us...
for sure.
Yeah, and that takes us on to the gaming news of the week, and there's some pretty big ones, to be honest. There's some big ones. And the first one we're going to talk about is The Last of Us 3, because there have been more leaks. There have been rumours for a while of a Last of Us 3, and of course, you got Last of Us Part 2 going out on PC in just a couple of weeks, and that's going to come just after Last of Us Season 2 with Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. So, of course, Last of Us 3 is going to be spoken about again, but yeah, everyone thinks it's coming soon, and for many, Naughty Dog can't do it soon enough, but think there's hope for, what was it, a 2026, 2027 window for this, part 3. So yeah, everybody looking forward to it. And for me, it would make sense as well. I don't know how long they could make The Last of Us go for. I don't know how long. Is it HBO that have it? Is it HBO? I think it's HBO, isn't it?
I think, yeah.
The TV show. But I know they've got plans to go further than season 2. I know they want to take it maybe a different route than the games. I know they've changed up very, slightly to the games, while keeping the same ideas and the same themes. But yeah, it appears that The Last of Us 3 has started already casting. So we're assuming that they have the story already, that they have a release date in mind, and that release date sometime 2026 or 2027. But yeah, we've got a couple of years to wait for it.
The next, we have some news about Hollow Knight Silksong, the second game in the series. Hollow Knight Silksong, a game many players are waiting on. It's the top game on the Steam wishlist, so everybody wants it. And we got some news at the start of the week about it. Not official, but we got some changes on the Steam website and the metadatas. They changed some of the tags, and they added the GeForce Now tag. So when the game releases, it's pretty sure on GeForce Now, so the cloud service from GeForce, from NVIDIA. And there are leaks that the game will also be in the Xbox Game Pass starting day 1. So when the game releases, you can play it on the cloud, so you don't need a good PC to play it, and you will probably play it on the Xbox as well. But there are no specific release dates now, but we can assume that there will be news in the next coming weeks, so stay tuned for more of Hollow Knight.
Yeah, it's close, isn't it? It's close.
Yeah, definitely.
You can almost feel it. And next up, we have Game Hubs on Xbox now rolling out for Xbox Insiders. Xbox have some big plans, and Xbox Insider is going to be treated this year. Don't forget, they've got the new AI coming in, Copilot, and this is Games Hubs. So yeah, if you haven't seen Game Hubs, it's a place to it's where you put all your games together, and you recently played and you install game lists, and it gives you all the information like player stats. So it's kind of trying to be more like a mini Steam almost. Maybe a mini Steam. I think everyone's trying to copy the Steam format. You'll see PlayStation go there eventually as well. They're just always 5 years late. But Xbox are trying to do that now and trying to give players more information on the games they play and what their friends are playing, I guess. So yeah, it's not really. It won't feel like it's changed a lot, but it definitely gives the player more information on what they do, what they play. And it will also reveal more to parents, I suppose, when they shows what their kids are up to online and what they've been playing. But yeah, Games Hubs is rolling out to Xbox Insider. So if you're an Xbox Insider, you'll be able to check this out very soon.
The next, we have news about the Silent Hill F game, the new game in the Silent Hill series, a new chapter of the series, a big return for the big series after the Silent Hill 2 remake, which released last year. And there's a problem with the game for players in Australia because it's banned there. It was about the classification for the age, and it got the refused classification. And this results in a ban in Australia. So the current version of the game won't be playable in Australia when the game releases. So they have to make a new version of the game, especially for Australia, if the people there should be able to play it. So the violence is too much. So it needs less violence to be playable in Australia. What do you think about that? What's your opinion on that?
Well, I just think if it's banned in Australia, it's got to be good, hasn't it? It's got to be good. I was just looking here where the Games Radar said that the game's Steam page mentions gender discrimination, child abuse, bullying, drug-induced hallucinations, torture, and graphic violence. I think that just shows you that Konami is throwing absolutely everything they can into it.
Yeah.
And for me, I mean, Silent Hill has to be a dark game. It has to have moral dilemmas and has to break you mentally. Otherwise, it's not a Silent Hill game for me. I think the previous games have done a really good job of doing that. So I'm glad to see they're sticking to the themes of the series. And I'm looking forward to it. The Silent Hill 2 remake. Absolutely love playing through that again. I've done it a few times. I've done it with outfiring a bullet, melee only as well, which was horrific. But yeah, absolutely can't wait for it. And honestly, I think with modern visuals and the graphics we have these days, Silent Hill is probably the best looking game you can probably play. And if it's got decent graphic violence, wow, it's going to look realistic. So yeah, maybe it's surprising that it's not been banned in more countries. I don't know. But yeah, I love it. Excessive violence, cannot wait. Let's be honest, it's been a long time coming, this game as well, hasn't it? It's been a long time coming.
No.
I just feel sorry for Australia. I don't. Next up, we have Dune Awakening pre-orders are now open. Dune Awakening is, of course, the next massive MMO to release. It's coming on the May 20th, 2025 on PC. Will launch on PS5 and Xbox Series X at a later date, but pre-orders are now open for the game. If you don't know what it is, well, it's an MMO set in the Dune universe, so you're going to be able to roam the sand dunes and yeah, I guess get up to all kind of nonsense. I never played the beta test. I never played it, so I can't tell you much about it, but this will be a big game when it releases as well. Of course, if you do pre-order it and you get the Deluxe or Ultimate Edition, you can enter Arrakis 5 days early. So you can actually start your journey on May the 15th rather than May the 20th. So that might be enough to sway you to pre-order it. I don't know. But yeah, MMOs have been rather hit and miss. I mean, they're always hit and miss, but especially with like Amazon's games. If you look at New World and their newer version, which I don't think they particularly needed. But yeah, Dune Awakening coming very soon. Pre-order it now. I don't know. I'm probably going to play it at launch. What about you, Killian?
I'm not sure yet. I have many games I need and want to play, so I'm not sure if Dune has time, but I like the movies.
Oh, yeah.
I like the universe, so I'll probably test it out as well.
Yeah. It's going to be a big release regardless of me or Killian play it. It's going to be massive. It is.
And next, we want to talk a bit about GTA 6 and why it's an economic powerhouse as a game. GTA 6 will be a giant release, and many of other developers are scared to release in the same time as GTA 6 is released, because in the GTA 6 week, many players want to play GTA and just will play GTA and don't buy any other games. That's where they are all scared. But many experts said that there won't be such a big of a problem, because GTA 6 will only be released on the PlayStation 5. So all the PC players want to play anything new because they can't play GTA. So they will play other games, like indie games or other games which will release in this time. And due to the GTA 6 only releasing on the PlayStation 5, there will probably be many more sales of the PlayStation 5 in this time, because the GTA 6 trailer had 100 million views on the first day, and experts expect that the game will be sold 25 million times on release date already. So GTA 6 will be massive. We all know that. We all wait for it. And yeah, we will see. There will be room for other games in this time, probably, like I already said. But yeah, GTA 6 will be massive. And we want more infos about the fucking release date.
Yeah. GTA 6 is scary for a lot of people. Also, scary for the consumer, because, of course, if they set a $100 price point, means all new games going forward will be $100 at release. And that, for me, is just a step too far.
Definitely.
But other than that, I mean, like you said, big game companies, you've seen it already. Many games, I can't think off the top of my head, but I know many games have delayed their games till next year because of GTA 6. But like you say, if you're not on PS5 and you're on Xbox, or you're just on PC, this might be the time to get your game out, because people are going to be wanting something new to play, because they're going to be upset they can't play GTA 6. Maybe that's when we'll see Half-Life 3. Imagine that, Half-Life 3 dropping the same week as GTA 6. That
would be crazy.
That would be madness. I'm thinking about what game would actually win. I think Half-Life 3 would win.
Yeah, if you see more players, definitely.
Yeah, I think it would
If
win.
more
I think it would.
players.
But yeah, GTA 6 could make PlayStation sales skyrocket, like you said. Maybe we'll see a shortage of them again.
No.
But yeah, GTA 6 week, it is scary. And next up we have Vampire Bloodlines 2 delayed to October. I forgot about this game. I've been waiting for it for 50 years. Every now and then it's brought up and I'm like, oh, yeah, Bloodlines 2. And I only ever hear about it when it's been delayed. I never hear about it otherwise. You never see
delay already.
Yeah, you never see gameplay. You never see anything. And then it gets delayed. You're like, oh, yeah, this game exists. So that's what's happened. This game exists. I've been reminded this week and it's been delayed. And I'm like, oh, shock, horror. And the funny thing is, it's been delayed to October, and I bet you the delay again because of GTA 6. After we just talked about that.
Yeah, it could happen.
So, Vampire Bloodlines 2, if you haven't heard about it, how dare you? It's a sequel to the 2004 cult classic, which I played a lot of. It will be a action RPG. First person or third person. I think the first game had both. I remember. Pretty sure. Maybe there was a mod for it. But yeah, it's been delayed again. And if, like me, you've forgotten about it, don't worry, because it's probably going to be delayed even past October. So,
I'm not sure. Because the game is finished. The developer said the game is finished right now, but they want to improve other bugs they have so they can release without any bugs.
Well, how can they say the
game in general is finished?
How can they say the game's been finished if they want to polish it? It's not finished. The line, it's not finished.
Yeah. You have gameplay, which is probably pretty bad right now.
Yeah, so it says
what they have.
Yeah, it says that the studio will focus on bug fixes, stability, and performance. So the game is not finished. Yeah. So we're basically looking at a state similar to when EA had Battlefield 2042 when they released that, and that should not have been released.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bloodlines 2 still exists. Who knew?
The next we have the Monster Hunter Wilds title update 1, which is coming in a few days, in 5 days. No, in 8 days. I can't count. The 4th of April. 7 days. I still can't count. Amazing.
It's coming. We know
4th.
that.
It's coming in 1 week, April 4th. A new Monster Hunter. The first update for the game. The game will bring new features like Grand Hub, which is a new social area where you can interact with other hunters. You can play mini games, listen to performances by the Diver, and you can unlock this once you discover the Windward Plains and hit Hunter rank 16. At Hunter rank 21, you will get the new monster Mesotune.
Yeah.
Which offers a new challenge for you. And yeah, more things are coming in the update. If you like Monster Hunter, more content is coming. If you haven't played it yet, maybe start on April 4th. There's more content available. The game will still bring updates very frequently, so we can expect more in the future.
Yeah, this is just the first, of course, of the updates to come, and it is a major one. There's loads of stuff coming in it. New monsters, like I said, the new Grand Hub. Arena Quest as well will change it up a little bit. But yeah, and there's loads of more cosmetics as well from previous games coming in with gestures. So plenty of reasons to jump in on April 4th. Next up, we have tough news for Witcher 4 fans. Release date pushed back again. Another game constantly going to be delayed, I think. But I don't really mind because I think CD Projekt Red have learned probably from Cyberpunk 2077. So I think they will know themselves the game is not right and will delay it if needed. So yeah. It looks like it's going to come possibly late in 2026 and going into 2027. But it is going to be a big game. They are switching up a little bit. Of course, Geralt is not going to be the main protagonist, so they've got that to play with because it's going to follow Ciri. It is the first of a planned trilogy. Could go on longer than that. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about The Witcher. I'm not concerned about it at all. And of course, The Witcher 3 is still considered one of the best games ever.
Yeah, definitely.
So they've got a lot
of playing.
Yeah, they've got a lot of hype to live up to. Just like with GTA 6, these things take time. Things take time. Unlike Bloodlines 2, which has been in development for 40 years, The Witcher 4 has only been in development for a few years. So I say let it breathe, let them do their thing. we still got the Netflix TV series to come as well next year. So, yeah, I'm okay for it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, me too. I love the Witcher series, but if it takes longer and we get a good game in a few years, it's much better than a bad game in less years. So I can wait for a good game.
As long as I get my quests upon side quests, and I can chase frying pans, I don't care.
Yeah. The next we have Blizzard, who rolled back the classic hardcore devs for the OnlyFangs streaming guild. There was an incident of the big streaming guild OnlyFangs. There's a team of many streamers who play World of Warcraft together alone. They're a big guild, and I think it was last week or this week. Some of the players died because of a DDoS attack. So a third party came and let them die in the game, which was pretty devastating. And now Blizzard wants to bring their characters back to life, even if they said they don't want to do that. But it's a big streamer guild, so they do it before the reputation, I think. Even if they said before they won't do it. But it was a DDoS attack, it wasn't their fault that they died. And so they want to bring them back to lives.
Quite controversial, this one, because, of course, Blizzard have always said they're not going to, restore character deaths in hardcore, which I get is hardcore mode.
Yeah.
And this includes if the game lags or if there's a server fault or you disconnect for whatever reason. But I think because it's a massive streamer guild and it draws in hundreds of thousands of views on Twitch each time, they've gone back on their word and they've revived all their deaths. And it has caused a bit of controversy because some people rightly say, it is streamer privilege, which it is. If these weren't streamers, I don't think it would have been done.
No, never.
I really don't think they would have done it if it wasn't streamers. But this throws into question, what exactly... Because Blizzard has said now they will restore hardcore character deaths, depending on certain factors. But for me, you either do or you don't. And I know a DDoS attack sucks. It does. But like I said, if it wasn't a streamer guild, I don't think this would have happened. So, make of it what you will. Is it streamer privilege or is it not?
No.
And next up, we have NVIDIA G Assist. More AI coming to games. Of course, we've heard about how Xbox are doing it. PlayStation are looking into it as well. I know PlayStation are trying to do it with inputs, aren't they? So they can predict your next input. And that will make games harder or more adaptive to how you're playing. But NVIDIA, the kings of AI, they're constantly trying to evolve, trying to improve their graphics. And they're bringing an NVIDIA G Assistant. And if you haven't heard about it, well, it will analyze settings, optimize your performance, and it will make games run much more smoothly on your games. And for me personally, that's good because, well, too many games these days. If you're on older generation like me, I'm on the 30 series. I know Killian's on the 40 series. We're on the 30 series. Even we struggle now with frame rates and things like that and blurring. And hopefully NVIDIA get it right. And if their AI gets it right, it will mean they're more stable performance for games going forward. And that can only be a good thing for me. An overall better gaming experience. That's what AI should be doing. AI should be progressing your player experience. So yeah, hopefully that's what it does. And this will come out with the 30, 40, and 50 series of cards. So if you're before that, if you're on the 20 series, you're screwed basically.
Yeah,
But,
you have to.
You still need a card from the last 3-4 years. But yeah, for me, step forward again, using AI the right way, not taking jobs, it's improving the experience. That's what it's doing. And it's rolling out very soon.
The next we have some leaks on F125. The game has a release date now, it's the May 30th. And if you have by the Iconic Edition, you can play it 3 days early. And the game won't release on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. So only the new gen consoles. I think that's pretty tough for everyone who played the last games on the PS4 and Xbox One and can't play it now and has to upgrade. Play it. But with all the performance things they add every year, the games become more graphic heavy and the performance would be bad on the older generation consoles. So I get the step they do there, but still devastating for everyone who still plays with the old generation consoles.
Yeah, I'm
But
surprised more games haven't phased out the Xbox One and PS4, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, like I said, graphically, games are getting more impressive these days. We've just been talking about how AI is going to change things up a little bit. And even the Xbox Series XS and PS5 are going to be obsolete in like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this one doesn't surprise me. Of course, it hurts those people that still haven't upgraded. Because, you know, some people will struggle to afford the new consoles and just haven't upgraded for whatever reason. But, yeah, it's only a matter of time before these consoles disappear anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised more developers haven't done it. Next up, we have Ubisoft, who has created a subsidiary and has taken a 1.16 billion investment from Tencent. And basically what they've done is they've separated their most profitable, most popular franchises, such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six, into this new entity. And they're focusing on multiplayer and single-player experiences on them IPs. And this is pretty big news for Ubisoft because they've been struggling over the last couple of years. You know, their shares have been down. Various games have failed at launch. They've just released Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I think is the second best selling day one game in the franchise's history. Yeah. So they have had a bit of an upturn, and I think that's only happened probably because they launched on Steam on the day one. You know, rather than just launch on their own platform because nobody wants to use Ubisoft Connect.
Everybody hates it.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Ubisoft.
I don't know why companies are obsessed with their own platforms. Don't do it. No one's buying your game.
Yeah, they just don't want to pay the 30% to Steam. I get that, but it's still more profitable than their own thing.
Yeah, do you want more sales or do you want no sales? I mean, that's
exactly
it. So yeah, Tencent have taken a 25% stake in this new company from Ubisoft, and we'll see where it goes. You know, people rightfully questioning, are Ubisoft going to retain creative rights? You know, they're going to still follow their own vision. Well, they will. Tencent have just put money into it, and we'll see where it goes. For one, personally, it probably just shows that Ubisoft might have learned from previous mistakes, and rather than trying to make these random battle royale games they come out with every now and then, 10 years later than everyone else, they're focusing on their core IPs and driving forward with them. And hopefully that delivers better experiences for those games. And maybe we'll branch out into more TV shows, films. I don't know. Maybe we'll see more Assassin's Creed films. Hopefully not, because it was terrible. But it's an option for them now because they got Tencent backing them more. But yeah.
Then next, on Call of Duty Black Ops 6, we will get a new map, an old map. We will get Firing Range back. Firing Range is a map which was first introduced in 2010 as a map in the original Call of Duty Black Ops. And the fans loved it. It has very intense fighting in the map. You have much gunplay. It's pretty fun to play. And with the start of Season 3 in Black Ops 6, the map will release in a few weeks. So if you love the map, it will come back in the original state with a few graphic updates, but the map in general will be the same. So yeah, Fire Range is coming back.
Yeah, Fire Range. I'm still not playing Black Ops 6 or 5 or 4.
I haven't played any Black Ops game.
I have never played a Black Ops
game.
Yeah, I've never played a Black Ops game either. So yeah, Fire Range come back with Season 3. Whole new content on April 2nd. Exciting news as well, especially for me. Absolutely love Space Marine 2. Still play pretty much daily. Space Marine 3 is coming. We know that for sure. It's 3 or 4 years away. Saber Interactive and Focus have already confirmed it. But they've also said they're going to commit to Space Marine 2 and they're going to release more content for it. They're not abandoning it just yet. What they mean by just yet, I have no idea. Does that mean until the end of 2025? I don't know. But recently we've seen so many games just abandoned straight after launch and developers have moved on to the sequels already, which is madness to me. Now they have moved on to Space Marine 3 quite quick, but with Space Marine 2 there's more content yet to come. In mid-April we're getting patch 7, which is going to release all new content. It's going to release a new map, new champion packs. It's got PvP changes. It's got new armor colors. But before that, in mid-April, the first week of April, we're supposed to be getting Horde mode as well. So there is still a lot more content to come to Space Marine 2. We don't know how long this commitment of support is lasting. Like I said, we don't know if it's going to be a year, 2 years, maybe it's going to be 2 months. We don't know. But at least we're getting some more content for Space Marine 2, which for me is good because I still think probably the best game that released last year. It's a phenomenal game. If you haven't played it, shame on you. Because you should.
The next we have an update for Pillars of Eternity. The game released the 26th of March 2015, and it will get a new big update after all this time. The game will get a turn-based combat mode. This will be a new feature for. I can't talk. It's hard. Pillars of Eternity is a action, is a RPG, pretty similar to Baldur's Gate. And they will get a turn-based combat mode now after 10 years.
Yeah, released in
played the game.
Yeah, released in 2015, and they're finally making it turn-based. It's only going to be an option, going to be a feature. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. I played Pillars of Eternity. It's a good game. And I think turn-based is the right way to go with this sort of thing. It is obviously inspired by classic D&D games, like Baldur's Gate, like you said. And with the success of Baldur's Gate 3, people want turn-based these days. I know when I'm searching for an RPG, I always look for turn-based as well. So making it turn-based after 10 years is an interesting move, but it will change up how things play. It does offer up new opportunities, and will make it fresh for people who've completed it like 15, 20 times over the years. Yeah, why not? Why not give the people what they want? And that is it for the gaming news of this week. Like I said, big news, lots of good news in there. And for me, Space Marine 2, interesting. The wild classic hardcore deaths. Blizzard going to keep on with that. GTA 6, ruining everyone's week. Silent Hill F, big game, can't wait for that one. And then, of course, Last of Us 3 leaks. What gaming week this has been. Well, that takes us on to releases for next week. And there's some big ones again. Coming on April 1st is, I have no idea how to pronounce this, but I'm going to say Kyra. Kyra, where you save a puppy and go on a magical journey through a dark land, building your friendship with the new dog, solving puzzles, and befriending woodland creatures. Yeah, it looks like an interesting game to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. It kind of reminds me of Don't Starve Together. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Kind of game like that. But these games are always fun as well. Love a good indie game. Of course, it's published by Don't Nod. So, yeah. This comes out on April 1st, and it's going to release on PC and PS5.
Then next, we have good news for you, Daniel. Croc Legends of the Gobos. It will release 2nd of April for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S.
Yes, the lovable crocodile with his backpack.
Exactly. We talked about him last week very much. And yeah, it's a crocodile with a backpack who does jump run things and fighting.
Jump run things. Spins with his tail. He has a tail attack.
Yeah. It's
basically Crash Bandicoot, Sonic, and Spyro all rolled into one. And he's better looking. So yeah, Croc. And if you're getting it on PC, it's only going to launch on GOG. It's a GOG exclusive.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. But yeah, I know that hurts. It hurts me as well. But I'm still going to buy it. Can't wait. Cannot wait. And next up, of course, we have Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, something we touched on earlier. This is finally coming on April the 3rd, which is like 12 days before the series comes out. You can play the game first, so it's not going to ruin anything for you. Yeah, of course, it's already been on PS5, but this is Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, which means enhanced graphics, PC customization options, and of course, it continues the story of Joel and Ellie. And yeah, I'm super looking forward to it. And you know, I know absolutely nothing about it. You know, even though it's been out on PlayStation for a few years, I don't know any of the story. I don't know what to expect. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing it. Can't wait. And that's going to come out, of course, on PC and, like I said, PS5 as well.
The next we have Steel Hunters, a free-to-play PvPvE shooter from the Wargaming Group. Wargaming Group pretty much known for World of Tanks and World of Warships. And now they will publish a game where you fight in futuristic mechs. So they're mech battler game now. If you liked World of Tanks and you like mechs, you will love the game. It will be free to play. There will be in-game transactions like in all the other wargaming games. So you can buy better mechs and get more XP in the battles to level faster. But it's free to play and you can play it starting from April 2nd and only for PC right now. Maybe later we'll get more releases, but PC only. And you can get it on Steam.
Yeah, another PvE, PvPvE extraction shooter. My word, no, I can't speak. But yeah, hits early access April 2nd. And next up we have Paradise. We were talking about life sims earlier with Insight. Well, this is another life sim. This one is free to play as well. This comes out on the 2nd of April. And if you ever wanted to buy clothes, enter a supermarket, buy food, that sort of thing, you can race cars, you engage in shootouts, you can play with friends as well. There are daily missions to complete. Yeah, this is it. Every NPC in the open world has a character, has background, you can interact with them. Yeah, you know what to get. It's a life sim. But I don't know how well this is going to do with Inzoi being out now. I'm not really sure. Well, this is your free-to-play version. And it will offer endless play. So yeah, and that's Paradise. And it's only coming out on PC, like I said, on April the 2nd.
Then next we have Sand, the open world PvPvE extraction shooter. We all love these games now. After Escape from Tarkov, there's spawned so many of them. Yeah, in Sand, you are on a big planet full of sand, in a big desert, and you command a robot, a mech, a base on 4 legs. How you want to define it? You can play with up to 4 players. You can scavenge the world. You can get more parts for your vehicle. Let's call it vehicle. You get more parts for your vehicle. You can get more cannons, more places, more beds. Important that you have beds to sleep in. You can't sleep, but you can have beds to respawn. You can fight against other players, and then you have to extract after all of that. It's a fun game. Played the playtest. It was very buggy then, but they fixed it for the early access release in a few days. Most of it. It's still early access, so we can expect a few bugs, but performance-wise, it will be much better than the previous playtest. So, yeah. It's a fun game. Played with your friends.
Yeah, it looks an interesting one, doesn't it?
Yeah, 3rd of April.
It reminds me a lot of Guns of Icarus. Have you ever played that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, Guns of Icarus looked exactly the same, but you were in an airship. And this one, you're just on a giant walking mech in the sand. Yeah, it looks interesting. If you have friends, you're going to love it. If you don't have friends, you might not enjoy it. That's why I come from. An exciting one, though, SWAT Commander Prologue is coming as well on April 4th. If you've never played any of the SWAT games, very, very good. It's a first-person shooter. Yes, it is multiplayer as well, so you can join up. You can squad up with your friends. You can enter... I think it's mission 2 they've made available in the prologue. This is only the one mission. I think it's got a couple of different variants how to do it. You enter a building, you try and clear it out, you arrest your perps, you shoot the ones that shoot you first. That's about it. Like I said, it's got various game modes as well. It's got high-risk warrant, barricaded suspect, and bomb threat. And when the full game comes out, like I said, this is just the second mission. So this is just a preview of what to expect. But yeah, this comes out on April 4th, and this is only on PC as well. I'm super looking forward to this one because I do like my first-person shooters, my tactical ones. Like Ready or Not. Absolutely love Ready or Not. I love the Delta Force campaign as well. So this is another one, if you've played them, to check out as well. It's like an old-school Rainbow Six game. That's what this is. Old-school Rainbow Six game. Can't wait. I believe that's everything, isn't it? Other than favorite deals of the week.
Yes. The first deal we have is Make Way. It's a fun little party game if you're friends again. You can play with up to 6 players, and you have to build the racetrack like in Ultimate Chicken Horse. You can build traps on the way, and you can build new map parts. And then you have to race and be the first and get points and win the game. It's a fun party game. You can play for a few hours without getting boring. I like the game, so if you have friends, test it out. It's 50% off on Steam now, so only €7.50. And yeah,
This reminds me
perfect recommendation.
massively of Micro Machines,
Don't know Micro Machines.
which might be before your time.
Yeah, it could be.
Because I was actually playing it in primary school, where you could build your tracks, play with friends, and yeah, just race them in a top-down view. This is basically Micro Machines to me, so I haven't heard of this game before, and I'm going to buy it. I am actually going to buy that as soon as we stop recording this. But yeah, thanks for showing me this, because this looks amazing.
No problem.
I'm looking forward to it. Next up, we have Hogwarts Legacy, of course, 2023's Game of the Year. Was it Game of the Year? Should have been Game of the Year.
Definitely.
But yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, which I believe they've just cancelled some DLC for, and some an expansion, I think. At least that's the rumor coming out. But yeah, it's currently 75% off, which is a pretty good deal. I think that's the best deal it possibly may have had. And if you ever wanted to live in Hogwarts or live out your Harry Potter fantasies, this is the way to do it. Open world action RPG. You run around, you create spells, you go to class, you discover secrets, and you be just a nuisance at the school. 75% off. That's on Steam.
And the last on Steam, we have the Lego franchise sale. I know what your opinion is, but I love the Lego games. I played them in my childhood. I play them today. I like them. I remember when I played with a friend locally, both on keyboard. Yeah, pretty strange. We played both on keyboard. We played Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, and all these games are off now on Steam. Depending on the game, you get 60 to 90% off. So check it out on Steam right now. The Lego franchise sale.
The Lego games are really fun. I think, or you could, if you don't like this sale, you can always wait for like a humble bundle where they're all in it.
No.
It's super cheap as well. Just my 2 cents. That's what personally I would do. But yeah, the Lego games are fun. I played a few of them. I didn't play them more in my childhood though because they didn't exist. But yeah, good platforming fun for the whole family. And that's it, isn't it? That's everything for this week's podcast. Not bad. What are you looking forward to the most, Killian?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, still I want to play Adamfall. I want to play Schedule 1 from this week's releases. And from next week, I think I'm looking mostly at Sand. Played the playtest, and maybe if my friends want to buy it as well, then I will play Sand, but not alone.
Killian showing off that he has friends.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be getting that Make Way. I didn't know they existed, and 50% off. I'm going to buy it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go play that this afternoon. But no, yeah, some good news. That's about it, really. Wrap it up here. So thank you for watching. As always, really appreciate you being here. Hit like. Just hit like. Even if you don't hit subscribe, just hit like. It massively helps. So yeah, from me, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.